two memoirs set in Greece, both written by Sally Jane Smith. The first one is Unpacking for Greece, and the second one is Repacking for Greece. And there is an interesting backstory to each of these memoirs. Now, in the first one, which is this one, Unpacking for Greece, Sally was in Sri Lanka and had a terrible bus accident, and it took her many, many years to kind of recuperate on all kinds of levels from this terrible trauma. But once she had got her mojo for travel back again, she decided to head for Greece, and at the same time she discovered a notebook that her mother had written whilst she was travelling around Greece herself in the 1970s. And so Sally felt this was a very good way to kind of regroup, rebond with her mother, and to follow in her mother's footsteps. This little notebook, is quirky, has quirky entries. It is delightfully written. Some entries don't make sense, but they obviously made sense to the writer, and some are quite informative. And so she follows in her mum's footsteps throughout Greece, and herself writes about what she discovers, notebook in hand, and her own thoughts, musings and jottings being written down in the other hand. So in her second memoir, there is also an interesting backstory, in as much as she was going to go to Canada to visit family. But when she was a youngster, she had grown up in South Africa, and as many young white people had done, she protested against apartheid, got herself into a little bit of trouble, which kind of she declared on the form for entry into Canada, and they said no. So she was left with a period of time, and she couldn't go to Canada. So she thought she would repurpose that time and actually go back to Greece, which is kind of her innate love. It really comes through the pages of her books. And so she goes back to Greece, revisits some of the places she's been to, and just basically enjoys, records, and just delights and revels in what she experiences. There are some interesting facts, there are details of her day, and I think it's so poignantly honestly written that it really kind of gets into your soul. So I think if you're looking for, just a different slant on Greece and you want to kind of get ready for a trip, then I think these two books are a delightful way to kind of connect with Greece.